Good afternoon, Earth. This is Krishna Premadath, looking in the mirror, reflecting back to myself in this video, reflecting back to you as we're all bouncing off each other with information, light, and different spiraling sacred dances of geometry, vibrating to different kinds of frequencies, releasing things from our divine blueprint that no longer serves our species and ourselves, and anchoring all the beautiful rainbow lights in our being and letting it manifest in reality in the 3, 4, 5th dimensions all the way up, wherever you want to anchor your light. It's up to you, because it's an endless journey as an infinite being of etheric, angelic wonder in this material manifestation we call New Earth. What is the difference between mocking the parody of life and reflecting? Or better yet, the difference between projecting and mirroring. Projecting is putting both the positive or negative, or the happy or the sad, or the feelings out there, projecting it onto your reflections, which is other people, because we are all one, literally. And when we project this, especially in an inauthentic way, which basically means out of fear, passive aggressively, other different words describe different ways of dumping or channeling or expressing or reflecting or expressing our light, our being, which we are love, beings of love. So you got the top 3 chakras, the crown, the third eye, the throat, which is the expression coming from the heart connection that gets the diviner plans, gets the visions, gets the dreams. Then you have the lower base chakras, the root, the sacral, all the ones that lead up into creation energy. And above is connected to below. And you tie those together with the sacred heart, the green, if you will, the healing, the unconditional loving, Christ consciousness heart. There are other chakras that we've developed over time, or nuanced ways of expressing energy points in the body, but let's just go to those 7. The 7 candles, as Jesus called them, because he was a yogi. And we take the top 3 and the bottom 3, and we tie them in a knot together, if you will, for this expression, and project them out. And that's how we create and manifest reality as multidimensional beings that have the God spark. And the lower ones are connected to our emotions, which there's only 2. Fear and love, the duality, the yin-yang, the polarities which you could take creation energy through. And we work through that, through sexual energy. And then the top 3, this is the bottom 3, is sexual energy, creation energy. The top 3 is the inner child, or the divine child, the infinite child, the wonder, the sincerity. And then we tie that in with the divine quantum magnetic sacred heart. And that projects feelings, sensations, experiences, anger, hatred, lust, all these different ways, words to express feelings, the different energies and way they vibrate. And we integrate them into our being, and we infuse these lights, become souls. But our oversoul, the original higher self, is guiding that, because we're fractal off to these different avatars to experience different sides of ourselves. And it's always now, so your future selves and your past selves are connected to you now, kind of like Doctor Who. And your second heart is your Christ consciousness activation on a quantum level. And if you're watching this, more than likely you're a member of the 144,000 people that chose to come back to this planet to help through a shift and expansion, if you will, of our energy and awakening, so that this planet, which is already at 5D, can anchor it into its children, to humans. and that we can really be co-creators of a peaceful, loving reality. And technologies are waiting to come out, but they won't until we will not weaponize them. And so we have to grow up, and we're galactically just maybe 6, 5. So I'm saying this out of love. Tying this with the expression from my ego, and utilizing both my shadow and light to say that the difference between mirroring and projecting is sometimes a dumping, especially depending on which emotion you use, fear or love, onto other people, which means that you're spewing light for them to infuse or bounce back, reflect back, or mirror back. Mirroring is allowing the energy to integrate and to transmute it and to bring it out of a loving place of abundance. And if it goes into fear, it could turn into mockery. But if it goes into love, it could turn more into satire, which is divine comedy we call life, this experience. And taste the rainbow, bitches, because through the rainbow bridge, from your innate into your being, you activate the sacred Christ consciousness heart. Then you're allowed more light in so that you could shine and project love and reflect love as you mirror other people's energies. And if other people come from certain densities, it's going to look a little bit like tough love, because you're going to mirror them back to them to show them for the intention of healing and growth. And when you do it out of love, it has an amazing effect within the divine matrix, within the vortex of your magnetic law of attraction, or art of abundance, as I like to call it. So let's magnetize to a new future and project love and reflect love as we mirror each other to purge these densities out of our divine blueprints and be here in unconditional love on a new earth and anchor in heaven on earth, which is how I feel in my heart, right here in the right now, which is all there really is. When your time folds and unfolds like an accordion, because it's a mechanism to teach us. This mechanism we honor, but let's honor the now by honoring each other, by reflecting and resonating in sincere and integrated ways of beautiful creation. So tie the Trinity with the Trinity in the duality as a sacred number 7 and project out there unconditional love by self-loving ourselves enough to speak our truths and, if need be, mirror back tough love as the intention of love. And remember, if you feel like you fucked up by doing it out of fear, all you're really doing is expressing a lesson and blessing which will bounce back to you karmically for you to be propelled back into the nurture love. So nurture others by being compassionate to yourself first, so that you don't have to reward yourself for the negative self-talk and you're attaching your identity, your ego, into all these different constricting concepts, and allow flow of your abundance, allow growth, receive, surrender, breathe, and just be here now on a new earth. This is Krishna Premadas, one of your catalysts of a new earth. Namaste.